Good morning, children. So today we will be moving to the next concept, that is consumption goods and capital goods. Now, what is this consumption goods? Consumption goods refer to those goods which satisfy the wants of the consumer directly. Like if we are buying something, if we are consuming something, if we are taking any service, like you go to tuitions, you go to doctors, you visit lawyers, so anything which we are directly consuming for our to satisfy our want, or which is giving us utility, is called consumption goods. Consumption goods are divided into the following categories: durable goods, okay, like AC, refrigerators, washing machines. Semi-durable goods are like which can offer use for a limited period of time, are termed as semi-durable goods. Okay, so semi-durable goods are goods which are offering us the utility for a limited period of time. Non-durable goods are goods which are consumed immediately. Okay, which are consumed immediately, they do not give us the utility for a long period of time. It has to be consumed immediately in a single act of consumption. Okay, like food. Next is service, which are the non-tangible goods, but it directly satisfies our wants. So first is the durable goods. So durable goods which can be used again and again, semi-durable goods which can be used only for a limited period of time, non-durable goods which has to be finished up in a single act of consumption, services which are non-tangible but it provides us with satisfies our want directly. Next is capital goods. Capital goods are those final goods which help in the production of other goods and services, like machines, then equipments, okay, which help us in the production of other goods and services. Okay, now they are used in the future. If I ask the characteristics of capital goods, they are used in the future for production purposes and have expected lifetime of several years. Like consumption goods, capital goods do not have a limited span of life. Okay, capital goods can be used for many years. Like machines, we can't say that machines we can use machines only for 6 months or 2 months, but we can use machines for several years. Next is, they do not lose their identity in the production process. That is, they do not get merged in the process of production. Like yesterday that we said about the intermediate goods. Okay, it gets merged with the final goods. Its value gets merged with the final goods. But in case of capital goods, that is machines and equipments, but machines and equipments do not lose their identity in the production process. Moreover, machines need repairs or replacement over time as they depreciate over a period of time. Now, the machines can get if I tell in Bengali, kharap hote pare. Okay, so we need to replace it, we need to repair it, because when we are repeatedly using a machine, it may get spoiled, it may need repairs, it may need replacement. Okay, moreover, they have derived demand, as the demand is derived from the demand for other goods. Like intermediate goods, it was a derived demand, means if there is demand for cars, there will be demand for tires, seats, steerings, etc. Here also, if there is demand for a particular product, then there will be demand for the machine which is used for the production of that particular product. So it has got a derived demand. Capital goods are durable use consumer good for household. When a good, say refrigerator, is used by a producer, say confectionery shop, then it is a capital good. However, if the same good is used in our houses, then it is a consumer good. So it depends on the use of the durable good, that whether it is a capital good or a consumer good. Like in case of intermediate goods, we studied yesterday, like milk, when it is consumed by us, or sugar, when it is consumed directly by us, it is a final good. But when this sugar is used in a sweet shop, which is making sweets, it is an intermediate good. So it depends on the use whether a good is an intermediate good or consumer good. Similarly, a good is a capital good or a consumer good. It depends upon the use of the good. Like a refrigerator, if it is used in a household, it is a consumer good. But if this refrigerator is used in a confectionery shop, okay, then it is a capital good. Okay. Now, before going to the next topic, there is another question that may come. Why not all producer goods are capital goods? When there is production, we use different kinds of raw materials like coal, wood, etc. etc. There are different kinds of raw materials. So are these single time used raw materials capital goods? No, they are not capital goods. Like coal and wood and other kinds of raw materials, why are they not capital goods? Because we cannot use it for several years. It has to be finished up in single act of use or in a single act of production. Okay, but in the same production process, when we are using machines and other equipments, that we are using for several years, and that becomes a so-called capital good. Okay, so in a single act of production, when we are using a good, it is called single use producer good. Okay, it is not a capital good. But when we are using machinery and equipments which are used repeatedly for several years in the production process, it is called a capital good. Difference between consumption and capital good is very, very important. In all of your books you have these differences, or I will be providing in the notes, not to worry. Now we will move on to the topic of gross investment, net investment and depreciation.